Have you ever asked yourself why the moon is necessary for our planet? It is not only a night beacon that illuminates the darkness, but also an integral part of our lives, which we often take for granted. We admire its glow, study its surface through telescopes, depict its beauty on canvases, but rarely think about its fundamental role in supporting life on Earth. What will happen if our faithful satellite suddenly disappears? The riddle of the moon's origin. Before considering the consequences of the moon's disappearance, it is worth remembering how it appeared. There are several scientific theories that explain its origin. Separation from the Earth. According to this theory, the moon arose as a result of the separation of a part of the Earth's crust under the influence of centrifugal forces at an early stage of the Earth's formation. Gravitational capture. This theory states that the moon, flying past the Earth, was captured by its gravitational field and became its satellite. Joint formation. According to this theory, the Earth and the moon were formed simultaneously from one protoplanetary cloud, rotating around a common center of mass. Despite the variety of hypotheses, the giant impact theory is considered the most probable. According to this theory, the protoplanet Theia, the size of Mars, collided with the young Earth. As a result of which, a significant part of the Earth's mantle was ejected into space. The moon was formed from these fragments, and the Earth received the tilt of its axis. The fate of the moon: fall or removal. The moon is not stationary. It is gradually moving away from the Earth, approximately 4 centimeters each year, moving along a spiral trajectory. Will it ever be able to leave our orbit? No, it won't. In 5 billion years, the moon will reach its maximum distance from Earth and then begin to approach again. But all this will not matter, because by that time, the sun will turn into a red giant, increase in size, and knock the moon and the Earth out of orbit. That is, by that time, we will all be finished. Is there a possibility of the moon falling to Earth? Theoretically, yes. In 50 billion years, the moon and the Earth will be in synchronous rotation. That is, they will be turned to each other by one side. As a result, the centrifugal force that keeps the moon in orbit will disappear and it will fall to Earth. But as we already know, the sun will make its own adjustments to this scenario. Let's imagine that the moon disappeared with a wave of a magic wand. What consequences await the Earth? The moon, as you know, plays a key role in the formation of tides, creating a kind of oceanic bubble. This bubble consists of 2 bulges, one on the side facing the moon, the other on the opposite side. In the event of the disappearance of the satellite, this bubble will disappear, causing massive waves that will flood coastal areas. The water will be distributed evenly across the planet, and the usual tides will disappear. Although the sun will continue to affect the water level, these changes will be insignificant. It is clear that this will have serious consequences for marine life and the planet's climate. However, this is only the beginning. The most dramatic changes will occur due to the destabilization of the Earth's axis tilt. Now, the angle of inclination is 23.5 degrees, which ensures the change of seasons. Without the moon, the tilt of the axis would change by tens of degrees, and absolutely unpredictably. The climate would become extremely unstable. Droughts would be replaced by snowfalls, rains by heat. The speed of rotation of the Earth, and therefore the length of the day, is also regulated by the moon. The disappearance of the satellite will lead to a reduction in the day to 6 hours, as well as to the appearance of constant hurricane winds. The weather on Earth will become extremely unpredictable. In addition, the sun will not have time to heat the planet's surface, which will lead to an ice age. Sharp fluctuations in the tilt of the axis and changes in the speed of rotation will cause the movement of tectonic plates, which will lead to earthquakes and volcanic eruptions all over the world. The Earth's magnetic field, which is created by the movement of molten metal in the core, also depends on the moon. The satellite keeps the core hot. The disappearance of the moon will lead to the cooling of the core and the disappearance of the magnetic field, like on Mars. In addition, the Earth will lose its natural protection from meteorites. There would also be no access to precious metals such as gold, platinum, and iridium. They fell to Earth from the surface of Theia as a result of a space impact, and then seismic activity threw them closer to us, and we were able to extract them. But would there be anyone on Earth? If life had originated on such an inhospitable planet without stable seasons, blown by terrible winds and bombarded by asteroids, it would have taken a completely different path in its development. Without tides, sea dwellers would most likely never have gone ashore. More complex forms of life would have had much less chance of originating, and therefore the human race would hardly have been able to exist. But if we did appear, we would probably have tails, gills, and fins.
Hungry!
However, there is also a positive aspect. When the moon disappears, we will see a very starry sky. Now, the light of our satellite spoils the view very much. Without it, we will be able to see much more stars in the sky without hindrance. Hooray! You can admire this wonderful sight in between wars for food, of course. How do you like this perspective? In the end, it is still good that the moon stays with us. We can continue to enjoy its glow, explore it, and dream about space travel. See you soon.